In Eric episode 5, Renata Clark tells the press that NYPD isn't paying attention to marginalised people. She advocates for Marlon Rochelle, who remains missing while nothing is done to find him. Vincent sleeps outside and continues his hunt for Edgar, while Eric continues to pester him. Raya again tries to convince Yusuf to let her take the boy, but he refuses. He notices Edgar wrote words on his wall from Good Morning Sunshine about being brave, kind, good and different. William's sister Caroline reminds Michael he has no legal entitlement to William's apartment. She blames him for killing him and giving him AIDS, but he insists William got it from someone else. He loved him and says she's trying to ruin the love they shared for 7 years. Yusuf calls Cassie to tell her he has her boy. Raya is right there when he gives her the info of where to find Edgar and where to bring the money. He tells her no cops or the deal is off. Cassie looks for Vincent to tell him the news, learns he was fired and starts yelling at Lenny. She then goes to see her mother-in-law to get a hold of the reward money, but she can't give her the money without Robert's presence. Meanwhile, Vincent sees the flyers for the Good Day Sunshine charity meet and greet and is too tempted. He attends the event, which was organised by Costello, Hudson Sanitation and Robert Anderson to make people think they are trying to clean up the streets. There, Costello talks about his project to improve New York City. Sebastian critiques him for closing down shelters, but Costello brushes him off. Vincent can't stand the Eric suit that comes out on stage to perform with the other puppets. The Eric in his mind then disparages that this puppet was his master plan to get Edgar back. Michael goes to see Ricardo, the guy Lenny has been paying for sex, at the basketball courts and finds him wearing Marlon's jersey. He says they swapped jerseys the last time they saw each other, right before Marlon was due to meet someone in the afternoon. He won't tell him if he ever saw Marlon at the Lux, but when he asks him what number jersey his was, Ricardo says it was number 8. Once again, Michael talks to Gator to ask if he ever saw TJ with Marlon. He tells him to look into the Lux's CCTV from June 12th, the night Marlon disappeared. Michael does get his hands on another tape, but this one's from the day Edgar went missing. It shows him following after Yusuf. Michael orders a sketch of their new suspect, but he doesn't want to circulate it to the press just yet. He then talks to Crip about what Dana told him and what he learned about Marlon being 8. He wants to bring Noakes in, but Crip asks him to drop it, then tells Noakes to get his wife back in line. Michael's thoughts of William are interrupted by someone in the office using the F-slur. He confronts the culprit about it, but is interrupted by a call from Robert Anderson. Michael shows up at the Andersons, where Robert tells Cassie he won't give her the reward money unless she involves the cops. Left without a choice, she tells Michael exactly what Yusuf told her, but unbeknownst to them, Raya tells TJ she has to trade and can get the boy to him by the end of the day. Vincent returns to the subway and marks off more items on Edgar's map. He then sees one of Yusuf's tags, all of which Edgar has marked down, and theorizes that's what Edgar was following. So he gets on the subway tracks and keeps following the tags. He follows someone down into the tunnels where others are living. Eric tells him Edgar isn't there, that he's never going to find him, and that there's no way to make up for his mistakes. Discouraged and seeing all the drugs down there, Vincent stops to take a hit. Sebastian tells Michael what he knows about Yusuf, that he lives in subway tunnels, but he doesn't think he's a bad guy. Against Michael's wishes, Crip got the press to release information about Yusuf, ruining his chances to get Edgar back in the deal, as Yusuf will now likely run. Crip yells at Michael that he's forgotten his rank. Gator asks TJ where the tape is for June 12 last year, as he found tapes from all the surrounding dates, but not that one. In another tape, however, Marlon can be seen going into the club. When TJ can't answer, he beats him up until he tells him where the June 12 tape is. Cassie goes to the phone booth to make the trade, despite how hopeless she feels that Yusuf will show up with Edgar now. Edgar tells Yusuf he doesn't want to go home because his dad scares him. Yusuf then hears about the sketch of him that's circulating, so Raya tries to convince him to let her take the boy so he doesn't risk himself. He reluctantly agrees, making her promise to keep him safe and to bring the money back. Drunk and high, Vincent starts beating himself up for not keeping his boy safe, but then he glances at Edgar hugging Yusuf goodbye. He tries to chase after him, but the police start raiding the tunnels at the same time. The chaos keeps Vincent from catching up to Edgar, and Raya and his glasses get smashed in the raid. When climbing out the tunnels, Edgar slips, causing himself and Raya to fall and TJ to give up on waiting for them. When he sees the tunnels cleared out, Michael knows they've ruined their chances of finding Edgar. At the end of the episode, he goes to see Gator and they kiss. Meanwhile, still stumbling through the tunnels, Vincent finds Edgar's drawings right before he faints. And that is where episode 5 of Eric comes to an end. Thanks for watching, and do let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Smash a like or subscribe to the channel, your support is very much appreciated. I'm Greg Wheeler, and from all of us over here at The Review Geek, we'll see you on the next video.